Yo guys, what's up? Welcome along to another live stream here on the Chill Out Flight channel, and we're going to start off where we left off on Sunday down in Vagar in the Faroe Islands, and have a little trip across across the bit of water to Iceland to Keflavik. We're on the ground there. I've gamers down there. Yo, Finnish pilot, how's it going, buddy? I have new info regarding hand flying from a real. Oh, cool. Finny Bycraft, how's it going, mate? Yeah, Brandon, welcome along, buddy. Dr. Moose, welcome along. Hope you're all doing well. Yeah, so we're down on the ground. We're going to take the Atlantic Airways again down to Keflavik. I've given you got delivery now. I can see. Nice. So yeah, there we are. Freeware scene again, obviously from FlightSim.to. We've got ORBX scenery in Keflavik as well, so that should be quite nice. It's obviously not live time, it is live weather, but yeah, hopefully we should get a sunset arrival into Keflavik. Flight time tonight, let's have a quick look what we're looking at. So flight time tonight is 1 hour 21 minutes. It's not that long a flight, 447 miles. But yeah, unfortunately not much of a scenic route really. It's pretty much over the once we leave here, it's over the ocean. If we can find the flight plan. There it is. We're going to leave out of Vagar, cross. I'll get a little bit over here. Then it's mainly water for the bit of the cruise. And then we'll start our descent across off the eastern side of Iceland, across the southern tip, and we'll make a little right hand turn into runway 01, which should take us across a bit of Keflavik itself to the south, and then away we go into there. So the plane is completely cold and dark. It looks a little bit of a gloomy day up in Vagar. You excited for tonight, are you, Finny Bycraft? Excellent, so am I. I do like flying up this part of the world, it's very nice. So yeah, we'll crack on. And we'll get in the aircraft completely cold and dark, so we need to go and set it up, get the flight plan sorted. We'll look at the charts before we go, and yeah, let's go and go and do some interesting stuff inside the flight deck. So I'll pop you in the full screen, and I'll see you there in just a second if I press the button properly. There we go. Like I said, everything's completely cold and dark, so we're going to switch on the fly pad, and we'll nip up on the top and do a few bits and bobs. Battery 1 and 2, external power, and the APU can come on as well. We may as well go ahead. We'll arm the emergency lights. We will stick the nav logo light on, and we're going to align the IRSs as well. While we're up on this top panel, we may as well do the APU fire tests and the engine fire test as well when we're up here. There's engine 1 and engine number 2. I know which plane it is. I know it's about. It's not. It's Airbus A320neo, Finny Bycraft. 320neo. No smoking sign can come on. And before we get going anywhere, I'm just going to grab this volume thing and whack it over there. So, Finnish pilots, depending on the company, they can have their own limitations, but Airbus doesn't have any rules about hand flying unless a certain airspace. Max hand flying will be flight level 180. Yeah, cool. I know that you obviously. I think. I watch it on 320 Sim Pilot's channel. He said that you have to, above flight level 180, they have to have autopilot enabled as well. Let's just turn a bit of that heat down. We'll turn the lights up, and we'll go and do some stuff in the McDo. Right, let's nip down here. We'll brighten up a couple of screens so we can see what we're doing. We'll brighten up the FO side just in case we cock it up, then he can potentially take over. There we go. And we'll do the ECAM as well. Cool. So this is the latest experimental version of the fly-by-wire A32NX. We don't have terrain radar or the weather radar. That is in up. Experimental and Finnish pirate experimental from fly-by-wire. So anyway, let's go and jump in this this fly pad and load some stuff up. There we go, get that weather across there, 0 degrees and -5 the low, so look, QNH 1010. Cav OK, light winds. Any bugs with the SIDS and stars? At the minute, Finnish pilot, the only bug when you load it up, where you get the discontinuity after the departure, it puts in 2 waypoints. of the same. So you'll have the departure that we have, which is the Mike Yankee 2 Papa, and it'll put that in twice for some reason. Let me just grab that a sec. So where's that Mike Yankee 2 Papa? There we go. Forget that up. So as we get to here, you'll find that there's 2 points. We're taking this straight out. There'll be 2 Mike Yankees put in, one before the discontinuity and one after it. And if you don't delete that out, then you end up trying to fly in a circle to get back to it. That I have noticed that. So anyway, we're going to grab this. We should have a new AirAx cycle I installed, hopefully. Yes, 23rd of March. Excellent stuff, so that's worked. And let's go and grab the init request, the init press first, and we'll get the details. So we're Faroe Islands 21, 26. We're going to go from Vagar to Keflavik. Estimate time on route 1 hour 21. This is my so for any buycraft, this is just the normal standard MSFS from the Microsoft store that I got through Xbox Game Pass. I paid 10 quid a month, and this is completely free, included in the Game Pass, so you don't have to pay for that. Let's get some payload in. Let's have a look. Actually, before we do that, let's go and jump and check this flight plan and how much fuel we may need. Let's have a look. So yeah, 447 miles, trip time 121, and then we got block fuel 6.6. Yo, galley buddy, how's it going, mate? Block fuel 6.7 tons. So let's go and take 6.7. Let's take 7.5. That should give us enough to do a go around if we need to, and head off to anywhere else if we can't get into Keflavik. Passengers, we've got 174 coming, so we'll get them going. And yeah, let's go and look at the flight plan. Let's go and do the init request. We'll grab that. So yeah, cost index 6, cruise and flight level 360 for the cruise. And we'll go and do the init B. Block fuels 7.5 tons. And 0 fuel weight goes in there. Cool. Let's go and grab the alternate fuel, which is going to be
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, on behalf of myself,
1.4 tons.
First officer and cabin crew, I'd like to take this time to welcome you aboard our flight. We're just wrapping up some paperwork up front here and waiting to see final numbers from the ground crew. Then we'll be on.
And we're going. So
we'll be coming to the cabin shortly with a very important safety briefing. We do ask that you give.
That's good. I'm impressed with the number. Yeah, it's good.
Safety operations of this Airbus aircraft. We do appreciate
trim value today. Oof, very good question.
Let's
have a look.
Welcome aboard.
How have we got trim value? Where we find that at? It's in here somewhere, isn't it? CG 24.1. But the trim, you ask a very good question. Let's go and do this. We'll check that out in a minute or two, Gary. So we want departure wise, it's going to be runway 30, I believe, out of here. 30, and it's the Mike Yankee 2 Papa. Good stuff. So Mike Yankee 2 Papa, we'll put that in. And if you have a look now, then finish pilot, if I can get my words out, we'll have a discontinuity down here somewhere. There it is. We remove that, and it will give us normally 2 Mike Yankees, but it's only given 1 this time, so that's not too bad. That might be the end of the flight plan, pretty much. Let's go and bang the arrival in. Oh, for that trim, I'll show you that in a minute. Yeah, I will give you that in a second. Now I know what you mean. For the THS, you mean? I'm assuming that trim. Let's go here. The arrival is the Nasbin 4 November. 4 November. That's going to go via, I believe, it's going to be Sopar, I think. They have finished pilot yet. It's very good now, I have to say. It's compared to what it was when it first came out now. Copham and Dexon. If we've got Dexon on there, that's good, we'll have that instead. And we'll pop that in. Right, we got The flight plan's now in. Let's just skip through it again. Nothing else causing any issues whatsoever. We'll go and have a quick look through it and make sure it plans to what we think it's going to do. So out literally straight to the west. North Nasbin. There we are. There's Dexon. And then into 01 into Keflavik. Into Keflavik. There we are. Constraints can go on. And we'll put constraints on his side. And we'll go and do the performance. Now, we can use the... we can use 320 sim... Not 320. EasyJet sim pilot's takeoff performance calculator today. And we'll give it a whirl with our flight plan. So, we're going to go here, runway 30. We'll get the METAR off there. QNH 1020, winds 14, gusting 29, run conditions dry. The temperature outside is +6, so let's have anti-ice on and the takeoff weight. Takeoff weight will be, if we jump into here and have a look, 68 tons. So if we go and pop that in, this should give us our 68 tons, CG's 24, so that will be forward. Now if we can do a flex takeoff, that'll be good. Pax will be on. Let's calculate that. Flex takeoff's unavailable, we need to use Toga. Let's do that then. There we go. Let's just get rid of that. So we can do config 1+F. Let's see if we do config 2 takeoff today, see if how good that is. Config 2, that's a bit better. So 126, 130, 135. We'll do maximum takeoff, performance 30, be 78.4 tons. We have nothing yet, but let's go and pop that in. That should work out. That should work out quite well for us, I think. So V1 126. VR is going to be 130. And V2's 135. Transition altitude 7,500 feet. Flap, we're going to do flap 2. You're ready for push, Brandon. Cool. We're not going to be far behind you. Flap 2 takeoff. And the trim, there's nothing on there for trim, is there? Where's the trim? Climb thrusters climb. Config 2, Toga takeoff. And green dot's going to be 225. That's got clean at 222, so that's pretty much spot on. Engine out acceleration 1,752 feet, which is set as well. And thrust reduction is also at thrust reduction 1750 and engine out at 1750 as well. Pretty good. So, as far as that's concerned, I think we are good to get ourselves ready to go. Let's have a look. Let's go and grab the pushback geezer. Yeah, Finny Bycraft, this is there's Brandon, that's his plane next to us. Let's get the tug. So departure runway, let's look where runway 30 is. So 30 requires a backtrack. And then away we go. So 30 is this one closest to us here. We'll go down turning pad, spin around and whiz out. Sorry, the one furthest away from us, of course it would be. Anyway, that's 30 there, so we'll come out here, we'll taxi down the runway, turn around and go back out again. Cool. No ATC, galley, not at all, nothing up this way. Just going to start Volanto up. There we are. Yeah, no ATC at all. They've got some NAT flight services online. You got stuff over in Copenhagen and Denmark, but nothing by us. Right, good stuff. I think according to the pushback, we are good to we're good to get ourselves away. So let's get some fuel pumps. That'll be useful. And what else we need to do? Seatbelt signs are on. Wing, beacon, strobes can come on.
Flight attendants, arm doors, and cross check.
And then, yeah, Finny Bike, that exclamation mark route, there you go. Now Streamlabs is working tonight. It wasn't the other time, but it is working now. That is good. QNH, we need to set 1019 and the altitude for our stop climb, which will be, doesn't look like there's anything. Nav RMP authorization required, and then contact Reykjavik. 250 knots, nothing. So we haven't got a stop climb, so we will just set that to be, I'm going to go flight level 100 for now, and then we'll sort that out on the way. Right, let's get going. So if we push back towards, we'll let Avgamer or Brandon, we'll let him go first, and we'll push back to where he is, and we can watch his takeoff and get going. In fact, we can push back the other way, to be fair. Let's we'll get the parking brake released. We'll go and start the engines as well. Parking brakes released.
Please set parking brakes.
I don't want to set the parking brake, I want to go.
Cockpit to ground. Go ahead. We are cleared for start and push.
Does leap engine, yes.
Okay, cleared for push start.
Should tell us in here what we got. We have the Leap 1A26 engines. Right, release parking brakes and away we go.
Brakes are released. Come in, push back. You can start the engines in sequence. It will start in the sequence.
Your engine's starting to delete. Yeah, we're just starting ours now. Hopefully should have engine number 2 spooling up. There it is. There it goes. The sound of those engines is always nice to hear. See if we get ourselves stuck in this gap. Doesn't look too bad actually. Not the straightest of pushbacks, but we will stop there. That'll do us for now. And we'll get back to the engine start. Let's go and have a look. There is N2, EGT, and we got N1 as well. And we can start the clock. Gaming crew, buddy, how's it going, mate? There's engine number 1. Let's go on engine number 2. Let's start engine 1. N2, rapid EGT, and then M1 hopefully. In goes the fuel anytime around at 25%. We should see the fuel go in, and each EGT should rise rapidly. There it is. And there goes the EGT, and we should get M1. Flight control check as we wait for that to start, I reckon. Elevators full up, full down, and neutral, and then ailerons full right, full left, neutral. We do the rudders. Yo, Ray Denko, buddy, how's it going, mate? Welcome along. Rudders are full left, full right, neutral. So we're all tickety-boo on the flight controls as well. Almost a good start on engine number 1. There it is, that's available. Let's go and knock off. APU can go away, that can go away. Taxi lights can come on, and away we go. Actually, let's just go and we'll set that ignition back to norm, reset the rudder trim, and we'll shut out the passengers from the back. There we go. We'll let Brandon get himself away, and then we'll follow him. Pretty sure that pushback guy should have gone by now. Get lost. Give me a sec, someone just trying to come into my my office. 2 seconds. Well, that was just one of my boys popping themselves in to see what was going on. Let's go now. We'll taxi out the holding point and we'll go and see. We'll see Brandon take off. Do I want to be a real pilot? I wish. I am a pilot. I can fly. I do have a pilot's license for a Cessna, but unfortunately, the fact that I wear and my eyesight, apparently, I would not. I didn't pass the Class 2 medical for being an airline pilot, unfortunately. Right, let's get ourselves going. Yeah, so I have a private pilot's license for a Cessna and other such stuff, but yeah, I just didn't pass the Class 1 medical that the UK CAA requires. Right, we'll stop there. We'll pop the parking brake on. We'll set auto brake to max, and then we'll just jump outside and watch. We'll watch Brandon take off. There he is. Mini Casher, welcome along, buddy. Sorry I didn't see your notification pop up. There he goes. And there he is. He's up. Hopefully, if not, he's in the water very soon if he doesn't get up. There we are. Looks like we're good to go as well. I do fly Yes Gaming Crew, not at the minute because the weather's been so crap in the UK. It's been not been able to get out, but yes I can, and I do normally.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
So active runway lights can come on, and the runway turn off lights can come on as well. Just as the weather starts to piss it down here in Vagar. Clear that off. Clear that off. Flaps 2. And let's go. Let's go. Finished pilot A32NX mod is improved flight model. It is. It's much better. It's compared to the default A32. Sorry, the 320. It's absolutely. There's night and day difference between the two. When I remember when it first came out, it was absolutely shit. So it looks like Brandon's going one way. We're going to go the other. And we should have flaps now travel to 2, which they have. Landing lights are on. TCAS, we need to stick that on. There we go, that'll do. And we're going backtrack. Finny Bycraft, if you got the PC version of this, you need to go to the Fly-by-Wire website and just download there, install it, and it will do all the stuff for you. It's completely free. Yeah, if you just Google fly-by-wire simulations, it should come up and take you to there. Install it. It puts it all in the right place for you. You don't need to worry about the where you need to install it. It'll do it all for you. Right, we're coming out. We'll come turn around. There's the turning pad. Let's see if we can get this turn around without running off the edge. We should. Oh, we're going to go in the ditch. Are we going to go in the ditch? Oh. Let's get round there, come on. Not a very professional start. Tearing up the grass before we get going. Something like that, that'll do. Nothing to see. Nothing to see. Yo, Smile Castle, you turned up without just trying to put the plane off the side of the runway. How's it going, buddy? Certainly is a bit different. Right, anyway, we're kind of lined up in some kind of fashion. Takeoff config check is normal. There we go. V speeds 136, 135, climb nav, 1 FD2, 10,000 is set. We've got QNH 1019. Once, twice, 3 times on the FO side. We will just get a bit of lights on there and a bit there. Spoilers are on, cabins are advised, the signs are on. We can, I think we're good to go. Let's go flying. So let's go 50% M1. We release the toe brakes. 1, 2, 3 clicks forward. Man flex, man toga SRS runway. Auto thrust down in blue. Let's go to Reykjavik. Chrono. Good point. We'll start that. There it is. There's 100 knots. Let's get out of this rain. There's V1. And rotate, up we go. It's a positive rate, the key is coming up. Let's just brighten up a smidge. There, away we go out of Vagar, and away we go. So look outside. Visibility is pretty pants, but there's lever climb. Thrust climb nav, 10,000 blue, and away we climb out. Let's go and catch up Brandon. Set up gaming crew. If you hit exclamation mark specs in the chat, it will give you the what I'm using. So the flaps are back to 1 now. Went above the F speed. We've got the S speed. Retract the flaps and disarm the spoilers. Yeah, weather's a bit different now, isn't it? Look at that rubbish we left behind. How cool does that look? There's the S speed. Flaps are going back, and we'll disarm the spoilers. Oh, Streamlabs is getting a bit excited. How many times do they want to put that up in the chat? Streamlabs will get banned for spamming. There's 250. How's your day been, Smile Castle? Streamlabs is very excited with his life. They are 5,000 feet for 10,000. We may as well pull standard now. We're going to go to a flight level so we can get rid of that out the way. And away we go. We'll just check this departure out. There we are. It's literally a straight line. From here, we had a little bit of a turn out across to, I'm not even sure how you'd even pronounce that, but we'll call it Mike Yankee for now. And then after that, it is pretty much boring spreadsheet kind of day. Of course, let's have a look outside because it's be worth a look. If you can see much of it. Pretty cool. Yeah, buddy, good. Good, Smile Castle. Nothing much to report today. I've not caused any trouble. I've not got into trouble. I've been to work, done my stuff, made pancakes with the boys for tea. Speed Alt Star, we'll keep that going up now. 360. And there we go. May as well go up in open climb. 40 knot headwind, which has slowed us down a smidge. Why is that saying 4,000 feet and flashing? Open climb, thank you. There you are, nose will dip down, we'll accelerate weight to 290 knots. And should speed us up a little bit. Awesome. Can't beat a bit of Tuesday night flight stream. Did we have these need to come off? That can come off, that can come off, and it is pretty stable, so people can go and get up and walk around and get rid of all of the booze they've drank in the terminal waiting for the flight. But yeah, unfortunately now that's the last bit of land we'll see for the next few miles. Somewhere over there, unless it's moved. Before we get there, we should find Iceland, ideally. Let's get rid of throttle cam, don't need that for now. But yeah, hopefully we may find Iceland over there. No worries, dude, I'll be here. So yeah, 428 miles, estimating. What have we got? About an hour, yeah, about an hour and 20 minutes before we get on the ground. Of all times of night, I've got someone knocking at the front door, guys, so if you give me a second, I want to go and find out why or who is knocking at my front door. Because there shouldn't be anyone. It's surely at 7:30 at night, the door knocking should be finished. Unless I've got a red light in the window that I don't know about, but I'll be back in a minute or two, and I'll leave you just with that view when I go and get rid of whoever's at the front door. Yo! Bloody Amazon with 6 boxes. Yo, Patrice, buddy, how's it going, mate? Yo, it's Amazon at the door this time of night with 6 boxes. 2 for me and 4 for someone else. But anyway, flight level 229, or what, 230 now for 360, which is good. We can go and have a quick check at some other bits and bobs down here. Engine stuff. And we'll make sure we took enough fuel. And things like that. So let's have a look where we're at. So at Larux, we'll do the we'll do a fuel check. You act like a sorting office for the street. Yo, Finny Bycraft, if you I think if you hit exclamation mark something or t'other, it should tell you. I've forgotten what it is now. Let's have a quick look what it says. If I look in chatbot. What are we doing here? Let's have a look. Should know this stuff. I forget half the stuff I put in. Finny Bycraft, if you go to there, hopefully that should take you to a donation page. Don't feel like you have to, buddy, but it's greatly appreciated if you do. Yeah, anyway, we're going to do, so Larux in 38 miles, we'll do a fuel check. And make sure that we're doing what we should with what we should. No worries, mate. Patrice, you're flying to JFK, nice. Right, we're going to have a quick look down here, won't we? So let's have a quick look. Engines. We've used just under a ton of fuel with the United 747. Nice. Bleed pages there. I see the air going in from the engine 209 degrees. Get cooled down by the packs. 12 degrees, and that's what goes into the cabin to warm it up or cool it down. Pressure, this should be climbing, which is 350 feet per minute until we reach our cruise. The diff is 7.8 and climbing, which is good. And what else we got? Electronics. They're all good. Essential bus, DC bus powering the batteries. Topo hydraulics. Hopefully they should be good. All within range. 3,000 psi. Fuel that we said. We got 6.4 tons. We use 1.3 tons. Oh, sorry, just over 1 ton. And equal to balance in the inner and outer tanks. And APU should be off, which is. Cabin we checked. Doors are shut. No one tried to jump off. Wheels are still there. We haven't gone through a dodgy area and someone tried to nick them, which is also good. So we can leave that alone. Cool. .747. I bet that'd be nice, Gallic. 747 Retro is a hella livery for United. About something like that, Galley. That'd be quite nice. We've still got wheels because we didn't land in Liverpool, that's very true. That being said, have we flown over Sunderland or Barnsley or somewhere like that? We also may have had them nicked, or at least lost the hubcaps. Any one of them, yeah, exactly, Galley. I think they should bring back retro liveries on all of them. Especially the Aer Lingus. I do like that. Oh, you don't want to see that. The Aer Lingus retro livery is probably one of my favourite ones. If you put that on a 320, I mean that just looks, well, to me that's one of my favourite liveries. Very cool, yeah. It's very retro as well, but very cool. I do like it. So yeah, landing 1 hour's time. There's our cruise coming up as well. Let's go and have a quick look in here a minute. Last time I flew into Keflavik, or was it not the last time? Possibly the time before. Was I completely missed the glide slope, the ILS, everything, and ended up going around. So it'll be interesting to see how we get on this evening. It should hopefully have us going in straight over the... we'll come back over here, out back over the ocean again, make that right hand turn up over Grindavik, and then towards over this bit of... this bit should be quite nice to fly into, and here as well. There's Keflavik town. So it should look quite nice, and if I got the timings right, should be a sunset arrival, hopefully. Yeah, should get the BA Landor one back. That'll be nice. I think even Smile Castle, you like the British Airways Landor livery, don't you? Right, I'm going to go and pop in just in here for a minute and do the topper drop and other bits and bobs so we know when we're going to start coming down. Let's tidy up these charts a sec. I can get rid of those. And here we are. So, Nazbu. Nazbu, Abexi, we need to not be above flight level 130, not below flight level 100. Not above flight level 110, and then it's 3,500. So we're going to do a continuous descent arrival, I think, pretty much. So if we aim to be, so not above, not below 7,000 here, not above 7,000 at Copham. And then after that we need to come down 3,500 feet. So we need about 9 miles from there, just under 9 miles. So let's aim to be at flight level... Let's be at flight level 100 at Abexi. That gives us enough time in 15 miles to lose 3,000 feet. To be not above 7,000 at Copham. We could be potentially be at 5,000 feet at Copham as well, I guess. To only have 1,500 feet to lose by the time we get to Dexon. So we've got 10, 15, 25.5 miles. So that'll be 5,000 feet. 5 3s at 18. So we could be, as long as we're not above 130 here, we can still be at 7,000 feet here. Do you know what, I might have to do that now, Smile Castle, if you've had a look at it. I don't think I have. Let me have a quick look. The Qantas, you said, was it? 747 average, yeah, so look. Holy moly, that is rather cool. We definitely got to get that into the sim somehow. Well, they're bringing it back. That's on a... What's that? That's a 737, isn't it? That looks cool. They are... the state of that, that is pretty cool, that. That looks, to be fair, the colours of this, I've got a tattoo on my leg that looks a bit like that. We should try and get that on the 737 Zevo mod into a X-Plane or something like that. That is rather nice. So far as I say, I would definitely get a tattoo of that on my other leg. Definitely get a tattoo of that. Anyway, let's see a Bexy. We'll put that in for a start and then work out the rest in a minute. A Bexy. Can go in there. Just check how we're doing here. Yeah, Mac Alt Cruise 360 now. Just leveled off. So 360, I'm going to put in flight level 130 for now. Just 72 miles we need for topper drop. That can go in there. And we'll go and put in the airport as well, which is Bravo India Kilo Fox. And we'll land in 01. That can go in. And we'll put the reciprocal runway in for our extended center line, which is going to be 194 degrees for that radial out. And that should give us something on here in a minute. There's topper drop. There's the runway center line. If we do cock it up, if we're too high or too fast, you know what we can do. We can come off and do the usual and vector ourselves in on that, which is good. So that's that done. We will just have to have a look at the arrival a little bit later on, because I'm not entirely sure when we need to start that descent afterwards. I was just trying to work it out. We can hold at a Bexy if we need to lose some height, or there's an issue getting in. But we'll grab the latest weather into Keflavik now and have a look. South Africa 1, let's get that up then. Nothing like looking at aeroplane pictures, so let's have a look. Let's have a look, see if that brings up anything. Let's have a look. It's nice, very clean. I like it, to be fair, it's nice. But if I can spell, that would help. Jeez. Hold on. Oh, yes. That is pretty cool as well. That one's on flightsim.to, is it, Smile Castle? For the 74? Oh, well, I'm assuming it's for the 747. Let's get the weather. Wind 080, 8 knots, cavalcade, 0 degrees. Bit chilly, but should be quite good. Not much to see at all at the minute. We might get a little bit of Iceland in the distance there. We can't be. We must be about halfway in between. Yeah, land and sea. Just a bit in the distance. Which I'm assuming is that over there. A little bit we can see. That picked us from Heathrow, was it? Oh, shut the thing down now, bollocks. So you can get that South African one on flightsim.to, can you? Let's have a look. That'd be quite cool. I see someone's made up a concept livery. That looks quite nice. I reckon they should take that as natural livery. Put it on their Dreamliner. Looks quite good actually. With me flying, you definitely don't want a visual with a visual approach, I tell you. What is the procedure for a visual approach anyway? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Approach, ILS Zulu. Let's have a look what we got. Then RMP. I want to do runway 01. Let's have a look, see what they've got. RMP runway. Yeah, we could do. I mean, well, I'll have a think about it. I hadn't really planned to do a visual approach, but we can see. Finny Bycraft, sadly it's not working for me, so I'll buy him. It's not working. Let me have a quick look. Is it giving you an error message? Oh, your PayPal. Oh, okay. Minor interception of the lock and glide slope, no flight directors, and the bird on. Well, to be fair, Finnish pilot, last time I flew in here, I completely missed the localizer and glide slope altogether, and we're still at about 1,000 feet when I shot over the airport. So we'll see. You might get all three: a missed approach to go around, and a dodgy flyby at about 1,000 feet. Yeah, Finny Bycraft, no worries, buddy. Don't worry. Ooh. That's interesting. Home, but no flight directors. We'll see when we get there. We'll see when we get there. Finished pilot. See, we can see. We can see how dodgy I'm feeling a bit later on. Yeah, there's a bit of Iceland coming in now, just in the front. Left a bit for a bit. Could do that. But then you have to trust that I know my left from my right. Let me grab the land. Let's see the last time I landed here. Let's see if I can search in Keflavik. There it is. Was that October 2021? How did we do? Oh, minus 152. That's when we had that the sim crash. We started from here, the sim crashed. We then went back to Vagar and flew across. That's not too bad. No, that's not bad at all. Let's have a look what else I do. It's what's this one? What the hell is this? That's got nothing in. Apparently I only burned 1 kilo of fuel as well. So we started off from not entirely sure what that team trying to show us there. What's that trying to do? So we're supposed to be Edinburgh to Keflavik. I think the sim crashed. We started flying again. The sim crashed over here. We started from here and then went into Keflavik. That might be alright. Yeah, last flight was quite good. What was the landing rate there? 90. Not too bad. Certainly had worse landings, Gally. Certainly had worse ones. Finny, do I know when I'm streaming next? No, not. It won't be tomorrow night because I've got to go out. Possibly Thursday night might be the next one. Because I want to go and check out. I don't know if you've seen. Have you heard of an airport called Sunborough, which is just off the in the Shetland Isles in Scotland. Should be quite fun if we get these charts here. I was having a look at it earlier on. We can. Where's the airport reference things at? There it is. It's got 2 decent runways in as well. It's just not a far hop, but if you think we'd leave from, if we came from Keflavik back towards Scotland into Sunborough, it would be quite fun, I think. Is it this one up here? Actually, it's up here, isn't it? I think. Ulster. It's on one of these little bits of Shetland Islands off the coast of Scotland. So I think that'll be quite good fun to head in there. ORBX have some decent scenery. I think ORBX have. Where's this ORBX at? Here it is. That's what I was after. ORBX have nice scenery for it. Imagine that when you're flying. Should look quite good. There we are. If we can get the weather like that and end up with a sunset arrival, that should be pretty cool to get into there. Come over these rocks. But yeah, that's the plan. Helicopter runway as well. Looks quite good, doesn't it, Smile Castle? Yeah, looks nice. Oh, we could take the CRJ into there as well. That'd be quite good. But yeah, so I'm going to grab that tomorrow. How much is it? 10 quid. It's neither now to summit. Might buy that tomorrow. Get it in. Finny by Craft, the mods that I use. To be honest, I haven't got any mods. I used the fly-by-wire mod. That's it. Which one, Finny? The there's a proper aircraft. Have you met? Smile Castle, buddy. I think we may have got the CRJ sorted out now. Were you in the last stream when I flew it or not? Were you in this one, was it? Not yet, Gally. I haven't. No, I haven't got the new Heathrow yet. No, I flew this one from Brussels to London Southend. Landing was a bit heavy, but it flew all the way quite happily. Localizer, everything, all, and the glide stuff all sorted out. So I think I know what I'm doing. We had no issues with the takeoff, the climb, the cruise was good, and as you can see, the approach was half decent too. Nice, and so I think I know what I'm doing with it. Yes, Marcus, always ORBX. That's where I get most of the payware scenery from. But the Heathrow one's any builds, I believe. Is it any builds? Yeah, any builds for Heathrow. There it is. Let's have a quick look at it. Let me put something in the chat for you. For the fly-by-wire, you need to go to this website. I'll show you what you need to be looking for. So if you go to, I'll put this in the chat for you now, fly-by-wire sim. If you head here, grab their installer, and it'll look something a bit like this. If I can launch mine while we're doing this. Right, so you should get something that looks like this. It's, like I said, completely free. There's the A32NX. You click on that, and yours will stay. You get the 3 versions: stable, development, or experimental. I'm using this one, and just hit that one. Says update, but it will stay install. Hit that, and it'll put it straight into your sim community folder where it needs to be. And then you can do that, and then everything else from liveries to airports and another scenery, go to flightsim.to. That'll get you all of that stuff. So yeah, grab the fly-by-wire stuff from there, install that, then flightsim.to, like I showed you before, is this one. And this has all the stuff you can think of, liveries for every aircraft that you can get, scenery for airports, nature, landmarks, and whatever you want. And you also do payware stuff too, but most of the liveries and sceneries you get from here are good. It's all about just picking what you want, and you can search for whatever you want to search for. And if it's got it, download it, unzip it, plonk it in your community folder. Next time you start the sim, it should be there ready for you to pick. Yes, that's true, Finished Paddock. You do need to do it properly, otherwise you'll end up... There's a bit of Iceland coming in. Nice. Has that got a bit of frozen sea around it now? Let's have a look. Or is that actual land? That could be a bit of a frozen... Those clouds look well weird. Look like that. Looks like it's got big chunks of snowflakes in the sky. That might be a bit of a frozen sea, I think. The ones you buy the livery. I've never ever bought a livery yet, Gally. I'm not entirely sure what that is. Not sure what that is, mate. Oh, hello. What we're going here? Here we are. What I wanted to do was take the drone camera out to find out if that was ice, but clearly it's been a pain in the neck. I think that might be it. Might be a bit of frozen sea. So there's top of drop, less than 160 now away. Let's look how far we are. 117, 18 miles away. The only other mod I've got, which came from flightsim.to, Finny, is the pushback helper, which is here, and it just does the pushback for you. And also, Navigraph charts. That costs about €8 a month to have this, but they're invaluable, to be fair, if you don't know what you're doing. It gives you your altitude you need to be at, your flight plans. Sorry, not your flight plans. Your routes in, your arrivals, your departures, whatever you need to have in for that. Which you'll go to if you want to start doing it. You need to go to use SimBrief to make your flight plan up. So, like I've done for this one tonight, you literally just go to make an account with SimBrief. It's free. And also owned by Navigraph. Put your airline in, flight number, where you're departing from. For example, Newcastle going to Heathrow. The aircraft you use, and pick whichever one you're flying, which we're using the fly-by-wire. And it'll make your flight plan for you. And then once you've done that, you can generate it. And it will, once you link this up, you can get it into Navigraph. Straight from here in flights, new flight, and then from SimBrief. So that'll import all of that routing from SimBrief and the arrivals in, so you can see the charts and you can see the departures as well. But then also, once you've got that sorted out, you can go into here, go to settings, and then, is it ATO AOC? Yes. Put your SimBrief user ID into here, and then it'll just import it straight into here. Once you go to the init request, your flight plan from SimBrief will come straight into the McDo. So you don't have to go typing it all in and fixing it. So having SimBrief and the fly-by-wire mod and Navigraph chart, they all link together to help you out. But yeah, like I said, it all links together quite nicely, to be fair. I've had no issues with it whatsoever. It's oh, there's Fly Live. No, Finny, give me a sec. I'll put it all in the chat for you. Just seeing why Fly Live's decided it's not working properly for some reason, as usual. What are we doing? Not sure why Fly Live is having an issue again with itself. There we are, that's better. Cool. Two important things you want on the fly-by-wire mod. What's that? Finish. Let me just, I'll type this in for you now. If I can. So I'll pop it in the chat. So if you go to SimBrief, for your flight plans, then Navigraph for charts, and then you got the fly-by-wire thing I posted earlier on. So yeah, SimBrief for your flight plans, Navigraph for your charts, and then job's good. Here we are. Let's look at something a bit interesting outside now. Look at that! It's definitely frozen ocean, I reckon. if you're a passenger on there, but that's quite a good view. Let's have a look. Where's it? Dr. Moose is back. Welcome along, buddy. Fixed the I can't speak tonight. The weather radar would be useful. Terrain radar too. Finish. That would be quite good to have on. How far we got left? 190 miles. Let's go and pop something in. Need to have a look at this chart again in a minute. So I planned our descent to be a BIFK flight level 130. I'm wondering whether we should just be a tad lower. We've got 10, 15, 25 and a half, 32, shall we say, to Dexon to lose 10,000 feet. That'll work quite well, wouldn't it? Actually, 10,000 feet, 30 miles. We're about spot on. So if we're here, we need to keep coming down to 3,500 after a BIFK. So that'll work out well. You might see your mum there, so you can. Yeah, you can use the Pratt and Whitney engines, can't you? If you got the tallest in the in X-Plane 11, they give you the option of the LEAP and the Pratt and Whitney engines as well. We must take out the tallest for a spin. I keep saying that, but I enjoy the graphics so much in MSFS. Look at that. I enjoy the graphics so much in MSFS that I find it hard to go and have a flying to go fly X-Plane without downloading gigs and gigs worth of ortho for it to look half decent. Wish you could in small. Why can't you get it, Dr. Moose? What's are you kind of system limited for MSFS? As in the sim itself expensive, Dr. Moose? Yo! Falcon Fist of Fury with Ray. Welcome along, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Welcome along. You join us just as we're going to approaching. So look, Iceland. Thank you again, buddy. Thanks for the raid. Falco Fist of Fury, hello. Welcome along. Thank you for stopping by. But that does look pretty cool, I have to say. Look at the state of that. Apart from that little tile there that hasn't loaded in properly, that'd be my dodgy internet as usual. But if you take that away and look there, that looks half decent, doesn't it, really? $320 Neo exactly, Falco. 320 all the way. Let's have a look how we're doing anyway. So top of drop is coming in not too far away at all now. Let's have a look. We have just over 40 miles to go. 77 knot headwind, which has slowing us down just a smidge. Falco, yes, very well, buddy. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. How was your stream? Have you been up to much? Yeah, top of drop we said, let's have a look what I was looking at. That top of drop was Top and drop. Yeah, 40 miles out. Thank you for the follow, Falco. Welcome along, as I said. We're going to end up, hopefully we're going to end up in Keflavik very soon. I'm going to go and pop something in. We're going to put some stuff in the progress page, won't we? That's what we're going to do. We're going to put in a Bexy, I think. Actually, well, let's put in Dexon, then we know we need to start that descent a bit earlier on. So Dexon will be going in here. And Dexon to the 141 miles out. Did some flying in the kit. Fox landed on the top. Oh, nice. Nice. Well, hopefully we're going to do some landing on a runway. That is the plan. Finish your hope they'll go straight to version 0.8.0 and would include the LNAV holding patterns, animations and hydraulics. Cabin sounds. I mean, they do have the cabin sounds, don't they? And that's in this version now. The working weather terrain radar, well, that's an Asobo issue, I believe. But LNAV, yeah, LNAV is a big thing. But you can put holes in now, and it will fly a hole quite happily. In fact, I did one. If we grab Volanta a second, again, as I always go back to. I did one when we went into, where was it? I went into Bordeaux, I think it was. Was that it? Yeah, I just tried out the hole pattern. If it flew the hole really well, it was quite nice. So the holes do work. By the way, cabin sounds are on the default sim. That I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I know that there's the cabin sounds in this that Fly-by-Wire added in their last update. Oh, a bit of rock to start our descent. Nearly top of drop. What you after there? Exclamation mark status, Finny. I may have to type that one in because I think actually the for the status thing. Oh shit! The status thing only works on Twitch, I believe. Let's see if I can get it to work. It sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. There you go. That should have come in the chat there. 34,170 feet. Heading 280 at 370 knots. Currently indicated across the ground. Nelson Medina, welcome along, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Cheers for anybody. Anytime. See you Thursday, hopefully. We should get a stream away on Thursday evening, ideally, as long as life doesn't get in the way and work and all that kind of stuff. Hopefully we'll be back on Thursday night as well. But thanks for stopping by, Finny. Right, anyway, top drop. We're going to head down to flight level 130. Hopefully, that's where we want to be. So 110 out from Dixon. Oh, Dexon, sorry. And then we've got 5 miles to that top of drop. I'm assuming snow didn't just stop on a straight line like that. That must be some of my internet issue. If you've ever seen snow stop on a 90-degree angle, it's that's quite impressive. It does. Right, top drop. Let's go down. Thrust idle, open descent, flight level 130. Here we go. Let's go say hello to Keflavik, and we'll go and grab the we'll grab the latest weather. So we got winds 080 at 11 knots, 0 degrees, QNH 1009. Let's go and bang that in. QNH 1009. Bit chilly outside, get a coat on. And we said the wind, what was the wind? Was 080 at 11. Cool, and we'll grab the, we'll get the barrow off these charts. Barrow F IRS 335. There we go. VATSIM, we do, let's have a look at this. I don't think there's any ATC up this way tonight anyway, even if we were on VATSIM. Doesn't look like there's no ATC up here at the minute. No. Scottish Control is on. Polaris is on. Everything south of where we are is on. So yeah, that should be the start of the descent. There it is. I'm in front of you. For some reason you can't see me. No, I've got Eagle 223. He's on the ground down there, but you were there, Brandon, weren't you? The other day we could see you quite happily. Not sure where you've gone. Well, that's a bit of a rapid descent. Let's just slow that down. I'm not going to go down that fast. Let's have 2,800 for now. Seems a bit of a better descent. Tell you what, Smile Castle, should we have a prediction for tonight? We haven't had one of those for a while, have we? So if you're watching on Twitch, if you want to spend some of your channel points for the next 15 minutes, go and have a little gamble on if the landing rate will be plus or minus 200 feet per minute. You'll either win your channel points back with a bit more, or you'll lose them. Why are we going down to 3,000 when I've got 2,800 set? There we go. Eagle's in front of you. Oh, okay. You believe, Smile Castle, do you, buddy? What have you done? Anything? Oh, 500. Nice. Well, like I said, the one on Sunday was quite good. Get the constraints back on for this there's a Bexy. Below flight level 130, but above flight level 100. We did have the issue the other night with where when we flew in the engines and we couldn't slow down, didn't we? So it looks like it's having an issue again. It's not going back to the... I know we're pulling vertical speed, but... Was 42, yes. We'll see if we can replicate that again. Oh, a bit of turbulence off these mountains now. Looks a very heavy nose down descent, doesn't it? Alright, we'll see how that gets on for now. You didn't even spill your martini. Well, you might tonight. I got Pepsi in my is the tipple of choice for tonight, so we'll see if we spill that. Abdel Rahman, welcome along, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Just have a look at a Bexy. How far are we from there then? So 74 miles to Dexon, but a Bexy is... The Bexy is 40 miles out. We need to lose about 17,000 feet. Sorry, we need to lose 7,000 feet. So we're coming down a bit too fast. Now let's just wind that back a smidge. Let's go 2,200. Bit of finesse with VS. That'll do the job. Hopefully that should bring some of the speed off. So how big is the runway in Keflavik? Let's have a quick look. 0 on 3,054 meters. Perfect. That'll do. We'll just come all the way down, and we'll just vacate at the end. I reckon straight in. There's a terminal just here, so we'll just we'll run straight in. I reckon. Good if we are going to stop. If we stop and we can exit a kilo, and then straight down. But if we don't, we can just roll right the way to the end, and that should sort us out. So I reckon 1 hour 21, so it's 1 hour and 2 minutes since we took off. So we've still got 20 minutes to be on the ground. We could possibly make up a bit of time at this rate. Hopefully. So 2,000 feet, let's just bring that back a bit further now. 1,500 feet per minute will do the trick. In fact, if we go back to actually go back to open descent now, that should that'll bring that back a bit further. Speed will come back, and we'll see if we can actually slow down like we did, like we couldn't do on Sunday night. That'll be very useful. To be honest with you, just going to do 800 feet per minute now because we've still got another 22 miles to go to a Bexy, so there's no need to be that low. That's this early. In fact, let's just do 400 feet per minute. Not sure why we are turning left, but we are for some reason. Direct to back seat. That should sort that out. There we go. But I think the time is just right. I tried for a sunset arrival in here, so looks like the sun is just starting to drop below the horizon now, so it should be quite nice in a few minutes' time. So how long does that give us for final? Do we need to... So we're going Dexon to here, so that's going to be... Is that going to be quite a decent final? Let's have a quick look. How far is that out? KFI01 is 9.8 miles, so we've got about a 10 mile final. That should be perfectly fine. 10 mile final, so we'll start to think about configuring in once we get to we'll get Paxabexki and we'll head along to Koppam, and that's probably when we'll start the configuring. We'll start the rest of our descent. Adabexi, we need to just keep coming down gradually down to 3,500 feet. Terrain wise around us, we've got 4,000 all around. Platform is going to be 1,800 feet at Suville, which is here. So Kilo Fox, India 01, we need to be 2,500 feet at the start of the ILS. And then from there down to 1,800 feet after that. So Bexley, we've got 500 feet to go. We've got 5 miles left to go to there. So if you just twiddle that knob a little bit. And they should put it on this arrival now quite happily. There it is, a Bexley. There's a Bexley. Then we need to lose 2,000 feet by Kilo Fox 384. Finish pilot, do I use real Airbus procedure on the speed on capturing the localizer and when to go back to managed speed? To be honest, no. I'll leave it in managed speed now. If I get told, if I'm on VATSIM and they want you to fly a speed, I'll fly the speed, but I'll leave it in speed for now and then activate the approach phase a bit later on. Let that slow us down to green dot, and then we'll mess with the flaps after that. But I don't. That was weird. I don't actually follow any procedures on speed unless I'll follow the speeds on the charts if there is a published speed. Alright, we need to come down 11,000 feet. And we have 47 miles left to run. So we should be 250 knots below 10,000 feet. It's got 230 knot restriction at Dex, and then 210 after that. From the airport, Dr. Moose, we can go and have a look at that exactly to the threshold of runway 01. We are precisely 31.8 miles away. Not far. Not far. Nice, nice rugged. Oh, there's my internet catching in. You can see the ice disappear. My internet must be shit hot. It's melting the ice. There's 11,000 feet. Unless we need to keep going down to 3,500. We'll go down to 4,000 for now. Brandon, you're 20 miles out, are you? Cool, buddy. Let's see if we can we see you yet or not. Or have you completely vanished? I think you've completely vanished. There's a 250 knots restriction coming below 10,000 feet. We'll go and stick some lights on. And the seatbelt sign can come on as well. Temperature is chilly, obviously. Any clouds about? I don't know if we need anti-ice. Probably not. I'm going to go with no for this one. 180 going to be 180 knots to fire. Then you go manage speed. Start bringing the flaps 2 to full. Can be fully configured at 1,000 feet out. Well, I'm normally fully configured by at least 8 miles out, which will be about, in this case, will be about 1,800 feet, more or less. Actually, I don't know why I've got the speed brake out. That can go away. So there's Dexon. Coppin below 7,000. How far away from there? 8 miles. We'll be below 7,000 feet there as well. Yeah, Smile Castle. I think apparently what Brandon said before, Eagle was in front of him, so there's us, then Brandon, then then Eagle. Not sure where Brandon's gone to, but he's certainly not around. Pretty swish. Let's go back on the QNH, which was 100. Well, it was 1009. It's now 1010. That's like what they like to tell you on VAT Sim, isn't it? It's either 160 or I think it's 160 in Heathrow, isn't it? 160 till 4 or something daft like that. They like to have it Heathrow 160 till 4. I know in Germany they like to have 180 till 5 DME, isn't it? And then after that, you're on your own after that, more or less. So there's Copham below 7,000 feet, which we are 6,600. Then Dexon. Oop. There's Dexon there. 3,500 or above. In 7 miles, we'll be pretty much almost there. I'm going to pull the vertical speed a bit and just I'm going to keep that about 1,400 feet per minute. I reckon it should be quite nice. And that's bringing us back to 230 knots for that restriction as well. You've learned not from V1 Simulation. I've not actually watched this channel, to be fair. Everything that I do or that I've learned is either bad habits or I've learned it from 320 Sim Pilot. Is where I've learned this from. You've learned a lot from Crash. That's how I learned the CRJ from ditching it in the from ditching it just before the runway a few times. There's Dexon. It's going to whiz us back up to 250. I'm going to pull that speed now. Let's stay at 230. As that was a restriction. And let's just go and check in here. Radnav, we have India Kilo November 111.3. We should have 1113 India Kilo November, which is good. Let's go and stick on the ILS. And we'll do lock, approach. AP2 can go in. There's a glide slope already having a little look around. Sniffing about. Let's have 3,500 set there. And that is 2,500 after that, I believe. Let's have a quick look where we are. It's 2,500. We need to be at. Let's go there. 2,500. We'll go and activate the. We'll activate that approach phase. There's glide slope, lock start, and should start slowing down. Hopefully, that turn is a bit excessive. We're going to go to direct to Seville. There we go. That should sort that out. Lock start. I don't know why that's come out. This club went direct, wasn't it? There we go. That's better. 9 miles, which is exactly where we want to be. And we'll have flap 1. (2,500) and 1,800 feet was the rest of it. So let's just nip down to 1,800.
2,500.
Innsbruck, yeah, it's a dodgy. We should go have a look at Innsbruck, I reckon. We should go look at Innsbruck. 7 miles. We need to start slowing down again. I don't think the speed's coming off quite as quick as it should, because we're still stuck at 200 and what's that? 215 knots. If I bring the next set of flaps out now, we're going to be far too fast and over speed. So I'm going to drop the gear. In fact, we are pretty fast. Yeah, we're not getting any drag at all. I'm going to pull this flap now and over speed. There we are. If I pull that flap now, we're well over speeding. But that's going to have to slow us down. We're very low as well. Looks like we're going into a ditch. Right, come on. Down we come. It's 2 whites and 2 reds on the pappies. But yeah, the speed is not coming off as quick as it should, really. There's that orange marker for flap 3 anyway. We're now flap 3. There it goes. The gear's down. Let's go and arm the spoilers. We'll have low auto brake because it's a massive runway. There we go. All in good time. There we are. So if flap full. And we'll quickly ding the cabin. Very quickly. Oh, I think I might have missed a button. But anyway, let's get this on the deck before we have a problem. My view's all to cock as well, look at that. So that went from quite smooth to quite crap in a couple of seconds, that didn't it?
500.
500 feet. We are definitely flat full, the gear's down, we've got auto brake, the spoilers are armed. The cabin hasn't been dinged, autopilot's off. Let's see if we can get this on the deck. That's a bit better. We seem to be half decent now, I reckon. Minimums continue.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
Oh, there's a float and a half again.
10.
Oh, get down.
5.
Oh, what? That was no way. That was 500 feet per minute. No way. And that was well off the centre line as well. Well weird that approach was. Well weird. Not a chance that was 500 feet per minute. I'm going to, yeah, finish. That was definitely not 500 feet per minute. Even the countdown from 50 feet wasn't that. It certainly wasn't that hard. Certainly wasn't that hard. Right, we're just going to roll out till the end, I reckon. In fact, can we get off here? Let me just get the charts. I'm going to stop there a sec. Just grab these charts a minute. Yeah, we'll just keep rolling down a bit further. But yeah, guys, welcome to Reykjavik. Again, that was a dodgy landing. Every time I come to Reykjavik, I've had a dodgy approach. But, you're going to go to Berg instead of... Oh, how come? Oh, you've gone to the wrong one. No wonder we can't see you, Brandon. So you're going to Reykjavik instead of Keflavik? Right, we'll come to a stop. Let's get a few lights off. Yeah, I don't think it's... I definitely don't think it was that hard. It certainly wasn't straight, but it certainly wasn't that hard. Let's get the APU up and running as well. And let's go find somewhere to park. So we want to go around to the right, and then we're going to... It isn't far away. No, it's not far at all. Hey, we'll take this next left should take us somewhere towards a terminal, hopefully. There we are. We're going to park down here next to where these jet bridges are. Should we go and squish a bush that shouldn't be on the taxiway? I reckon. Let's go and squish him on the way in. Oh, he's realised his mistake. He's on the move. There he is. Let's squish him. I don't think you can until finish part till I shut the engines down. Then it records the landing, I believe. So it might just be a few minutes till we when we get parked up. We should be able to see it. Let's we'll stop there. I reckon somewhere about there. Anyway, that'll do. Parking brakes are on. The APU is available, so we should, if we go and shut down these engines, in theory. That and that. Do a little bit of clearing up. Let's that can come off. That can come off now. That can come off. Nav logo off. That can come off, and that can come off. Seatbelt signs are off as well. And we should be able to get the jet bridge, hopefully, for these passengers to go and explore a bit of Iceland. Well, clearly not with that jet bridge. That didn't want to work. The door is open, but that may not be a working jet bridge by the looks of things. Oh no, maybe it is. There we go. Perfect. Go on there, get clamped on, let the passengers off. Right, let's grab Valancer. There's no way that was as hard as it looked. If we end the flight, review the flight, complete that. There is no way that was, yeah, 210. still don't think it was 210, but yeah, 210. Yet that overlay reckoned it was 500 and whatever the hell it said it was, 537. But Volanta, G-force of 1, just over 1 landing speed, 122 knots. So yeah, it wasn't too bad. Flight time 1 hour 17 minutes instead of 1 hour 21 on the flight plan, so we're slightly early. But yeah, that's quite a nice little flight. I'm not sure, like I said, every time I've flown into Iceland and Keflavik, I've always had an issue with the approach. So tonight clearly was no different. You recommend reinstalling what? The Fly Live? This thing that I use for the overlay. Keeps checking for updates, but there's no updates for it either. So I don't know. It's something to do with I think Sim Connect as well. So I'm not sure, but there we are. Passengers are getting themselves away. We are down in Reykjavik. Yeah, I might try that. I might try and see if they've got a new version on their website, because I haven't even checked to update it, to be fair. But it looks like when you go to it and click on here for updates, it says no updates found. So, but I think Sim Connect may be a bit of an issue as well sometimes. Dr. Moose, buddy, thanks for coming along. But there we are, down on the ground in Reykjavik for the time being. So what we might do is I'm going to try and get that Sombra scenery for the next one on Thursday. Tomorrow night I'm not around because I do have to go out, so I won't be flying tomorrow night. But yeah, we'll definitely be back on Thursday evening for another stream, and we'll take our 320 from here in Reykjavik and we'll take it somewhere else, or we'll start from somewhere else even, because it might be quite a bit of might be a couple of hours flight back to the Shetland Islands, but we can see on the flight plan how far that's going to be. But guys, thank you so much for coming along. Dr. Moose, thanks for coming along. Smile Castle, buddy, thanks for moderating as usual. Brandon, Finnish Pilots, and everyone else that came along, followed on Twitch and subscribed on YouTube. Thank you ever so much. Next time you'll check the flight plan I use the same. Yeah, if you hit ! route in the chat when you start, it will have the route in, or copy the one off Discord. If you do want to know when we're flying next, if you get the ! Discord in chat, you'll get the link to join that, where I do post every time we go flying, what time, where from, and what time we're doing it. But guys, yeah, thank you so much for coming along. I'm going to leave it there, and I will see you all in the next live stream. Next live stream very, very soon, which will more than likely be Thursday evening. But guys, yes, thank you for coming along, and I will see you all. I will see you all next time. Take care, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening.